right, what's up, y'all? So listen, I'm here. I'm here. All right, cool. Didn't need that image actually. Now, all right, we're here. Listen, this is episode number 367 of the Homeroom Smooth podcast. Yes, this is actually a podcast episode because I got a lot of things to personally say, and I want them to be for the record and on the record. All right, because this episode is called "The Dark Road." All right, because we are on a very dark path as a nation. We're on the world in and of itself. It's on a dark path. The nation is on a dark path, and what I mean by that, how I feel about thugs apart. So look, that's tomorrow. I'm gonna react to that video, and I'm gonna do that music thing tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm not putting that in this. This is different. Okay, this I'm gonna try and be serious the entire time. I'm going to try my best to be serious because people didn't aggravate me, like personally, deeply to my soul. All right, that's tonight's quick thought. No, that's not tonight's quick thoughts. That's not okay. Fine. You know what? Fine. Off rip, it sounds pretty good. Okay, I listened to it a little bit. It sounds pretty good. That's it. That's all you're getting from me. It sounds pretty good. But anyway, what's more important here is, all right, very simply. All right, we're going to talk about Charlie Kirk updates, HBCU lockdowns, and the Colorado school attack. Okay, we're going to talk about all of those. All right, and we're going to okay, thank you. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Charlie Kirk stuff because we have to talk. We have to first talk about the why is this looking that way? Anyway, so we first got to talk. There we go. Look, it looks like there's a light on in my room. We first got to talk about the backlash that I've personally received, which I found to be like crazy, that I'm receiving backlash for the statement of, hey, I don't think people should get shot. Okay, I don't think the outcome of what he was doing, the things he was saying, excuse me, should be murder. And I'm not, and I want to answer these people. I am not unaware, okay? In particular, most of the backlash I've received, it's been from black women, although some black dudes are looking at me kind of crazy. I do not think, okay, that first, I guess I need to start here. It's not like with regarding Charlie Kirk, rest in peace. I don't think he was like, I didn't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know him as a person, so I can't speak to him as a person, but I can't say I ain't like him. I ain't like him. That's just what it is. This is what it is. I didn't particularly care for him. He said things that were inflammatory. Okay, you said my mother's black. I know a bunch of black people. You said they're too stupid, okay, to get into positions that they're in on their own merit. That's what he said. He said it himself. That's what he said. Especially about Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown. That's exactly explicitly who he was talking about. But he didn't even say her name. He just said black women in general. He said her name, and then he said black women on top of that. Like, and the way he was looking at, you know that he meant it, and you know he was also doing it for entertainment purposes. But that doesn't excuse what he said. That doesn't make it right. And there's numerous other instances of him saying things that are not okay to say. He shouldn't have said those. But do I think any of the things he said amounts to, you know what? We need to get him up out of here. Like, and as far as like the end result being death, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Cannot. The outcome with people you disagree with, the outcome with people that you may believe are racist or anything else cannot be that. Okay, and I'll say this as someone who consumes an unreal amount of internet content. Like I would watch his videos where he go back and forth with college students, and like I'd just be like, oh, okay, like this cool. It's kind of funny. Like it's kind of funny. Like, yeah, his takes and the things he says back to the college students aren't necessarily right. You know what I'm saying? And because the college students are college students, they're ill-equipped to actually have the dialogue. Most of them are ill-equipped to have the proper dialogue. And he also edits out people who were like getting it on. Was getting it in with him as far as like verbal dialogue back and forth. But again, he was willing to at least have the dialogue, which is, hey, it's neither here nor there. He never said that I've watched less than 20 minutes of him total, and I know he wouldn't say any. King Cat, are you are you being serious or are you being funny? Are you being serious? Are you being serious? Because I'll pull it up. I'll put it on here. I'll put it on here. You know what? I'll put it on. I'm just gonna do this. Sarcasm. Oh yeah, okay, sarcasm. Okay. Because, bro, I'm telling you, he has said some wild stuff. There's even been more clips they bring out about. I'm like, yo, dude was wilding. But does any of that justify cross the map hard scope? No, it does not. It doesn't validate that. That shouldn't have happened to him. His family's in attendance. No. You had to stand on it. You had it on standby. Yeah, I did. I had it on standby just in case, bro. Cause I was gonna send it to cause I'm like, bro, like I watched it in full because I seen the clip originally when it happened. Like a lot of people think I'm like just, oh, you don't know anything about her. Like, no, I do. Okay. My whole thing is this type of violence gets us nowhere. Like killing people, it gets us nowhere. And then you open the door up for people killing people that you like to. And when you're saying, oh, well, they didn't care about this person or that person, they didn't. But in this moment is an opportunity, because here's the thing. They're trying to blame, and we're going to get into HBCU lockdowns as well. They're trying to blame, like, scapegoat all of the Democrats, all of anybody that's liberal, all of anybody that's, you know what I'm saying, black or whatever. Like they're just trying to, their anger, is not focused. It's just lashing out at any and everybody that's making fun of this situation and poking at this guy that they liked. And if it was somebody you liked and they didn't like, you wouldn't want them to do the same. And I'm just like, at some point, somebody has to go, all right, I'm not asking people to say they love them. I never said that. I'm not asking people to say they love them. I'm asking people to just not be ignorant and to not be disrespectful. Like, can he at least get put in the ground first? Then you can start blasting him. Like, I get it. You want to get your stuff off. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it would have been better if you got your stuff off while he was alive, but he's gone now. You want to get your stuff off. Cool. Do that once he's in the ground. Typical authoritarians hate liberal. What are you talking? Where are you coming from with that? All this does expose it. Yeah, I agree. It just exposes ignorance. And a lot of people are very, very, very ignorant. Matter of fact, I gotta remember, I gotta put this product on here. Buy body armor. All right. So then, yeah, I can make a commission. But anyway, yeah, I want people to understand that. I want people to understand that. Like, yeah, I have some viewpoints that are a bit like, because I'm Christian at the end of the day, that there's some viewpoints I share that are based in my religion that I can't like get jiggy with some stuff that, you know what I'm saying, the Democratic Party or liberals or whatever, like other people like are into that are not Christian. I can't get into them. I can't. That's not. It's not a position I hold. Um, no, dude, no, North Korean state media, no, he was not. He was on a college campus. This has never happened before. Like we've had people try and run up on speakers, and he had security for that. We've never had, oh, bro, you need Secret Service FBI level of security when you go on a college campus to have a debate, to host an event. Never had that happen. Ever. And there's been more deplorable people on a campus than him. Way more deplorable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking back when I was in Arkansas, like, there's these people, they come on campus and they literally tell you were going to hell. Like, they would literally say that over and over again. You're going to hell, la, 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 you know what I'm saying? Because of XYZ. Like, they told one girl, you know what I'm saying? Because, she's like, she had an abortion, or she was thinking about getting an abortion, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to hell, you're the devil, you're a demon, blah, blah, blah. And that's another thing I've seen people saying, like, oh, the Democrats. Like, I'm like, bro, relax. Every Democrat is not like, there's Christian Democrats. Relax. Like, it's not that serious. Was he getting paid to debate on campus? He wasn't getting paid like by the campus, but it was his event that he was throwing. He wasn't necessarily getting paid from the event, but he records the events and he gets paid from the live streams or the video broadcast or whatever. But yeah, he gets paid from that on a different angle. You know what I'm saying? He also got paid like through sponsorships as well. Because I believe he had some sponsors. I believe he had some donors as well. But yeah, that's what he normally gets paid from. Trying to think what else with him. But yeah, like a lot of people were really coming at me sideways like crazy. And I said this on Facebook, and I'll say this here. I really appreciate everybody that actually reached out to me personally and like heard my thoughts out, because there's thoughts that I shared with them that I can't even say here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like my overall perspective on the world, I can't even share it here. I can't. Like my overall perspective on a lot of things, I can't like fully share in totality. But I will say this, like, you're not going to get me to back down from my stance of I'm against like violence that has no, you know what I'm saying, actual TOS. No, it's not necessarily against TOS. I would not say it's against TOS. I would say my thoughts are different. They're different. I'm not calling for violence or anything. It's just it's a nuanced concept that could easily be misconstrued, and I don't want to be misconstrued. I absolutely do not want to be misconstrued. I do not want people to think about what I'm saying in a way that's not what I'm actually trying to say. So that's why I'd rather talk to people on the phone. Like, even if it's just us here, can you share? No, this video is going to be watched in perpetuity. This is a podcast. It's going to be converted into audio and put online. No, I cannot. I can't. I cannot. Because it's a nuanced concept. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And then I'd have to explain myself and re-explain myself. And then other people could join during the middle of it, and it's gonna sound kind of crazy, and then I'm gonna have to re-explain myself over and over and over again, and I just do not feel like doing that. But I can say this off face value: what happened to him was wrong, and I don't think anybody should think otherwise. And I also think that on top of it being okay, we've established that yeah, it's wrong. Cool, what happened to him is wrong. We can also establish that we don't want this to happen to anybody else. We don't want this to be a continuance. That's what happened in our culture. I believe both political parties, both of them, have been being way too spicy. Like we're gone past the point of spicy. Both people have been relatively violent as far as rhetoric. relatively. Not as far as like exact cause for violence, but it's the way people do it, right? Because I would say conservatives, like if you find someone extreme on a conservative side, they'll straight up say, hey, you know what I'm saying, I want this person gone. Like, let's get him up out of here, let's kill him, blah blah blah. Or like, cause I had somebody literally come in my chat and on Twitch, and that's why I have as many Twitch followers, follow me with a bunch of bots, and then just kept spamming the N-word, spamming it over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Being racist toward me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hang a monkey. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. I'm like, whoa. Like I'm talking just pure racism. You know? And then refresh my memory, how has Democrats and liberals been violent? Okay, I'm gonna get to that. Now, on the Democratic side, the way it looks on the Democratic side is a bit more sly or underhanded. It's like, oh, I wouldn't mind if so and so, you know what I'm saying, died today. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you see a post, is so and so dead yet? And then they'll ask that to Grok, like on X, and then it says no, as the blah 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 blah, blank is still alive, and it's like, what? Are you crazy? Like, people be tripping on, like, that's how the liberal side looks. The liberal side looks a bit like, it's a bit more like sly. It's a bit more trying to pass it off as a joke or nuance or this, that, and the third. But actually, it's just as messed up. Yo, what's up, Kiki? What's up? Caldico and Elite Vanquisher? I seen you. The gun in the was a 30-06 bolt action hunting rifle used in hunting. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like when Fox News was putting crosshairs on Obama during his presidency, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Does the N-word offend you, or does it just depend on the context? Because it really never offended me. I'll say you this, man. Uh, uh, the N-word offends me as far as the R word, like R word is concerned. Like, yeah, like N-word hard R. Yeah, I don't like that at all. Let's see. Yeah, it was something with a scope. He shot him from a roof, approximately. He shot him from. Hold on, I have the actual. I have the layout. I believe it was a bit further than that. No, it was. It was 455 feet actually. So you're right. You're approximately 500 feet. Yeah, you're right. It was 455.6 feet. That's the image right there. That's how that happened. So this is the suspect, because I'm here to give y'all the updates. This is the suspect, and this one, yeah, there's a manhunt looking for this guy, but he looks generic. I could find 50 of him right now. I could walk out in SoCal and find 50 of him. Like, I don't know how they plan on finding this guy. You're talking about a medium build, maybe 5'8" Caucasian guy. He's definitely not going to have the same clothes on, so like, crazy. Dude was caught on Ring doorbell cameras walking with a limp. I think he had the rifle in his pants. Oh. So we know dude knew how to shoot, but I don't think he was professional though. I mean, he's professional enough. He's professional enough. But yeah, he definitely. First of, how is this fooling anyone? I don't. It's not about fooling anyone. It's about being generic. He's generic, bro. This is a generic white. Like, this is just a white dude. Like, how do you pick him out? Like I was saying, I can walk outside and do that. Second, how is he college age shooting from? No. That's normal. That's normal with hunting. That's normal with hunting, bro. That's normal with hunting, Kiki. Like, if you're doing hunting, you don't get that close. Bet the feds already knows this dude's name. I mean, it's possible they could. He blends in with the crowd. Yeah, he definitely does. Does it make sense he was that professional to bypass all that security, take a shot, then have the physical ability to get away, and then he gets sloppy and leaves his wife rifle in the woods? I feel like the rifle in the woods was a distraction. I think this dude planned ahead. I think he really thought this through. Wait, did Kirk get to talk with his family one fast time? What do you mean? One last time? Oh, you're talking about before he passed? No. No, dude was listen, listen, and I'm just saying this in brutal honesty, okay? If you're sensitive, skip ahead like 10 or 10, 20, 10 or let's just say 15 seconds. Skip ahead. And this is in perpetuity and later. No, he did not. The moment I seen that video, he was gone on the stage. It was over. Like I knew it as soon as I seen it. He was over. Um, I don't feel like he is a hunter. I feel like it's a situation where he took a rifle from a gun safe. Nah. But even it doesn't matter where he got the gun from, Kiki. He did it. He did it. Like you know what I'm saying? He shot. I knew from the moment I heard it. It was the shot. It was a rifle. It just I didn't know what type of rifle it was, but it was a rifle. They offered more money to find him than the escaped prisoners in New Orleans. Exactly. Ain't that one dude still on the run? Ain't one of them still on the run? Like, I don't think they found all the North Carolina dudes. If he spoke to his family, it would have been before the event, probably a text or phone call to his wife or something. Yeah. What if Kirk was lucky enough to be at least in critical condition? I'm telling you, it wasn't possible. It was a hollow point. It was a hollow point. No. They said he was in critical condition. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, he didn't. No, there was nothing they could do. I'm telling you, it was a hollow point to the artery. There was nothing they could do. He wasn't even in critical condition because he didn't even get in the ambulance. They put him in the back of a car. He was already done. They tried to do life-saving measures, and of course, they always report you're in critical condition to the coroner can confirm that you're dead. We believe he did it. It's not confirmed. Yeah, we believe he did it. Correct. You're right. But we believe he did it. It's not confirmed. Yeah. You're right. I misspoke. To be honest, if you look at the clothes, the dude screams. Dude is wearing the shades. It screams country boy. He probably drives a truck. Yeah. This looked like his name is Kevin or Ethan. Like, dude is he's generic though. Like, I don't know how a hollow points are accurate from on a rifle round. On a rifle round, yes. On a rifle round, yes. That's how dudes dress in bro. Listen, that's exactly how dudes dress in Arkansas. Yeah. Did we ever figure out why the old man was a suspect? No. The other guy, I can tell you, the second guy was a suspect because he had the correct type of weapon just on his dash with a silencer. I still want to know why dude had a silencer on that rifle. I still want to know. He got his Utah swag on. Facts. And I've been to Utah, and I'm telling you, dude is a dime a dozen out there, bro. You could find another one. Like, this is gonna be tough, especially if he's one of those silencers don't really work anyway. Yeah, exactly. But I'll say this. What was I trying to say? Oh yeah. With the other guy that was a suspect, like, well, no, that's not where I was trying to go. You can still hear that clap from far away. Yeah. That's facts. You got to. I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. Dang it, I got caught up reading the chat. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. Like, it's really unfortunate. This dude, I know what I'm trying to say. If he's one of those people that's really like isolated, doesn't really talk to people, kind of keeps to himself. Like, bruh, it's over with. Do we know if he used gloves? No, we don't know nothing, bruh. We don't know nothing. Nothing. And that's why my issue with people coming out trying to say, oh, the right or oh, the left or this or that and blah, 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 blah. We don't know. We literally don't know. And you know what's crazy? I thought about like potentially like doing this live on X, but if I do it on X, like it's gonna get filled to the brim with like it's gonna get really nasty in here. Like if I open this up, the comments up to X, it's gonna get really nasty in here, and I can't like because people on there they're just like, oh, we know it was the Democrats. Oh, we know it was some radical left person. Oh, we know it was a trans person. Oh, we know this, we know that, and then you find out it wasn't that. Then they're like, oh, the Antifa stuff. And then you find out like, oh, the ATF comes out and like, oh, that report was misread or whatever that person had. Like that wasn't really it. We do know that Palantir is being used for facial recognition and they're using the more state-of-the-art intelligence technology to catch him. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying to. But here's the thing though. He's generic. This is like telling me, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking for a black male in a black shirt that is 180 pounds. He's 5'8", 5'9". Like, do you know how many black dudes? Like what? Like, you're not going to find them. You're not going to find them. Like, they'll find them eventually. Like, I do believe they'll find them eventually. But, like, right now, it's just tough. It's just tough. But I do want to point out this statement from, like, Dr. Umar, right? This dude looked like Jim Bob, bro. He looked like everybody, bro. He looked like everybody. While I do not agree with Mr. Kirk's rhetoric and consider him to be an and I'm reading Dr. Umar Johnson's stuff. This is Dr. Umar's statement. While I do not agree with Mr. Kirk's rhetoric and considered him to be an anti-black bigot, I will never rejoice at the loss of life of anyone who hasn't directly participated in the unaliving of a member of the black African race. I am ashamed to see members of my community celebrating this situation. Precisely. I will never ask you to mourn the loss of an enemy of our race, but to celebrate an unaliving is completely unacceptable. We all know too well that the greatest recipients of political assassinations in this country have been our own people. Stop laughing at the misfortune of others and get prepared. Political assassinations have returned to the United States of America courtesy of the deep state. This guy has to be 5'7", 172 pounds, and his name is Kevin Figglebottom. Also, it was an older guy being a mature system manually operated. Oh, okay. But anyway, I just wanted to read that statement from Dr. Umar because again, I want to reemphasize, like all the backlash I've received has been like in vitriol has been from black people, and it's like I'm still here with you. Like I'm just able to go. That was bad. I give my opinions online. It would be a shame if somebody was like, you know what? F smooth. I'm gonna get him up out of here. Boom. That's crazy. That's crazy. Which one is this? Okay, that's that. This one. Okay. Oh my God, there's so many updates. Oh, and this is to answer Oh no, that's not it. This is it. Now, for those who have conveniently short memories, somebody compiled a list. All right. So here's what's happened, right, in this country. On the other side, the man who targeted and killed Democratic state lawmaker Melissa Horton and her husband Mark in their home in Minnesota in June was a Trump supporter. He was a registered. It's a fact. The man charged with attempted assassination of Pennsylvania's Democratic governor Josh Shapiro in April was a Trump supporter. The man, convicted of orchestrating a series of shootings at the homes of 4 Democratic elected officials in New Mexico in 2022 was a Trump supporter. The man who tried to kidnap then Democratic House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and assaulted her husband in 2022 was a Trump supporter. Was the man who I just read that. Yeah. The man who wanted to hang Mike Pence on January 6, 2021 were Trump supporters. The man who killed the son of Obama appointed district judge Ether Salas in 2020 was a Trump supporter. The men who were convicted of trying to kidnap Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer in 2020 were Trump supporters. Listen, that plot to kidnap a governor was the most insane thing I had ever heard. It didn't make any sense. I'm like, y'all had the worst plan I've ever heard of. That's first of all. And then secondly, that's a governor. For what? The man who sent pipe bombs to the homes of Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and other top Democrats in 2018 was a Trump supporter. The man who called left-wing activist Heather Heyer after driving, I gotta take this off the stage so I can read, his car into a crowd of counter protesters in Charlottesville in 2017 was a Trump supporter. That's a short list. That's a short list. I also want to say, you said the National Guard can be called for that. No. That should not be done. That should not be done. We don't want that. They were smoking crack trying to connect. Yeah, exactly. I agree. They were definitely smoking big crack. Big crack. Cocaine. But while we're on that subject of crazy stuff going on, right? 3 HBCUs, all right, and this happened earlier today. Alabama State University, Hampton University, Virginia State University have received campus threats. That's like bomb threats, violence, like they're going to shoot up the school, all that stuff. ASU and VSU are on lockdown. Hampton has canceled classes today and Friday. They just said, screw it for the rest of the week. Screw it. We're done. We're done. Now, these are the statements that are put out by each school. So VSU, their dear VSU community, Virginia State University remains on lockdown as we continue to prioritize the safety of our students, faculty, and staff. VSU police, in coordination with local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, is actively investigating the credibility of the threat received earlier today. Please note the following important updates. No injuries or incidents have been reported in connection with the threat. The campus remains on lockdown until further notice. Meals will be provided to students residing in VSU managed housing. Students will receive detailed instructions via a separate email. Everyone on campus should limit their outdoor movement except for essential activities. Afternoon classes are canceled. All afternoon extracurricular activities are canceled. Additional security personnel are present on campus and are also monitoring all VSU-run off-campus housing locations. We ask all members of the VSU community to remain vigilant, and if you see something, say something. Suspicious or criminal activity should be immediately reported to VSU police department at there's the phone number. We understand the situation is unsettling and we are committed to keeping you informed with timely, accurate updates. Please continue to monitor your email and official VSU communication channels for further information. Thank you for your cooperation and understanding as we work to ensure the safety of our entire campus community. All right, cool. So that's VSU. Then you had a statement put out by Hampton, right? So then Hampton University was like, ceases all non-essential activity effective immediately on September 11th and 12th due to potential threat. Hampton University has received notice, and I want to say this also while I read this. These schools are in Virginia. They have nothing to do with what happened to Kirk. Nothing. Nothing at all. And you're calling in threats to them. You're threatening them for what? For what? These people ain't have nothing to do with that. Nothing. Nothing. And you're threatening an institution of people that had nothing to do with what was going on. Hell, some were probably completely unaware till they went outside and checked their phone, or when they went back to their room and got their phone off the charger and they're like, oh my God, I didn't know that happened. And these people are completely unrelated. All right. Hampton University has received notice of a potential threat and has ceased all non-essential activity effective immediately. The safety and well-being of our students, faculty, staff, and visitors remain our highest priority. All campus activities and classes are canceled on Thursday and Friday to include all athletic events and activities. The campus community is encouraged to conduct any meetings remotely. All students who are on campus are encouraged to minimize their movement across campus except for essential activities. Students, do you know what's crazy about this? There are still okay, y'all got to bear with me on this, right? There are still girls running over to some dude's room right now. There are still guys making booty calls right now, sliding over to some girl's room. Like during an active threat to your life, you like, man, I still got to get some booty though. like that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyway, sorry, I couldn't resist that joke. I couldn't because they shouldn't be doing that. Shit, what do you mean? Like, bro, you under an active threat. Like you could die. We can just lock ourselves in her room. See what I mean? Like, but what if you're already in your room and you're like, man, you know what? And then you go pull up on to shorty room. That's crazy. Students residing off campus should not come on campus at this time. All non-essential personnel, including faculty and staff, should evacuate campus immediately. Enhanced security measures are now in effect across campus. It is imperative that all members of Hampton University continue to remain vigilant. If you see something, say something. Then they go on to get the phone number. After meeting with local officials and local officials and state and local law enforcement professionals, we will provide updates by close of business today. We are committed to maintaining a safe environment for learning, living, and working. We'll just take the back way on campus. So you're taking the long way. You just gonna expose yourself even longer. Like, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, man? You know, hey, you know who's up? Every dude that lived off campus, because that girl's like, oh, I'm trying to get off campus. How long are you streaming for? I got one more topic, which is after this. I got one more topic, which is the school shooting in Colorado, and it meant just saying booty is worth. Wow, bro. Wow. I would say maybe another like 20, 30 minutes. Why? What's up? Why? What's up? I also want to say if anybody wants to come up here and just talk about anything, like you want to actually like talk, I will provide you I'll provide you a link so you can come talk. How about that? I'll provide you a link so you can come talk. I want to open the floor for people to talk, and maybe you just want to get stuff off that you've been feeling or whatever, I will host you as long as you are not, and I'm going to stress this, like you're not being racist on my platform. You're not being offensive on my platform. It's just not happening. You're not being racist. You're not being offensive. You're not being disrespectful either. That's it. Don't be racist. Don't be fun. Don't be disrespectful. And then this ASU's Alabama University statement, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so we got somebody coming to the stage. All right, we got Kev. What's up, bro?
Man, I just want to let you know, bro. I've been going through it.
What's going on?
I looked at my notifications, and I could save 20% or more on my car insurance by switching to Geico.
Fam,
I'm playing. What's up, man? Yo, man, it's what do you think is going on right now? Go ahead, bro.
I know. I just want to read the chat real quick. I'd risk it. I'd be there like, we on lockdown. You need some protection. Let me come over.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we're just goons. We're just goons.
The stream look. Oh, the stream got me on the cam. We're not on the cam.
Yeah, you're not on cam. Wait, why was the old man accused? The old man was accused. I don't know. Like, they haven't released details. We have very few details. Like, we don't really have details like that. Like, we don't.
Yeah.
You don't really have details like that. But what did you want to ask me, bro? What I
think I would ask nothing. No, I forgot. No, I was. Oh,
yeah, you asked me.
Yeah, man. Just this political climate that we're in right now. This shit is pretty insane. I don't think I've ever seen it this bad before. You know. A lot of people think it's gonna have the potential to spiral into a civil war, but that could just be people's anxiety and shit.
Yeah, that's a lot of anxiety, and I want people to realize, like, before we get there, number one, a lot of things would have to happen, and two, like, we should want it not to happen. We should want to do, everything in our power to prevent that from happening. But some people are just like, whatever, I'm fine. People feel invincible because they've never gone through nothing.
I'm gonna be honest, bro.
They assume, oh, so made it through this situation because it was bad. Like, no, you don't understand how bad it was back then. Like, you don't want to go back there. It was really bad.
You know, some people are just like warmongers, man. You get all these like anti-establishment people who just want to be like anarchists. They're like, tear it all down, chaos in the streets, let's go to war, you know, whatever the fuck it is. It's just kind of weird, bro.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ask for that. I don't know why you would ask for war. Because, like, war is not good on anybody.
Yeah.
It's not good on anybody. It's not even good for the economy. Like, it's not good across the board. And so when you say you want war, you want death. Death is not good.
Yeah. I mean, then you got this current administration, bro, and then like the media. Like, Trump be attacking people. I don't think we should have a president that's attacking people. You know what I mean? Because that does, like, you know, people follow the leader. The crowd follows the leader. And then you combine that with like Fox News, people like Laura Ingraham and shit. Like, you ever listen to her speak? She just sounds like a warmonger when she talks about like Democrats and stuff. Like, Democrats would be slick with it, and they'll say some slick shit to Republicans, but Republicans are just like, we need to have them arrested. We need to get them killed. We need to, like, what the fuck?
So I'm gonna say it like this. I need everybody across the board to just chill the F out. Like, chill out. This is not the time to be nitpicking with somebody over this, over that. I think it's the time to go, you know what? Hey, this has gone too far. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? Let's cease and desist. Like, it's that
time to smoke some of this, man. Cannabis. That's what they need, bro. They need cannabis and cookies. They need cannabis, cookies, and to sing Kumbaya.
Oh my God. I mean, that might work, to be honest. It might. At this point, we can try anything. I try anything at this point just to get peace. Anything.
Yeah.
We don't need to say anything. What do you mean by that? Who don't need to say anything? Like, because it needs to happen. We need to, like, get people to stop to stop doing that. And I do want to say this real quick, just to go back to the college stuff. Nobody's been harmed on these campuses. So far so good. Nobody's been harmed on these campuses outside of the high school in Colorado that was attacked. You know what I'm saying, by the shooter. And they caught him. He's a 16-year-old. He said extremists online made me do it, like, which I thought was kind of crazy.
So he actually said that?
That's what the quote I seen online. Wow, I can't confirm that with 100% accuracy, but that's what was said that he said, and I was like, this is kind of wild.
I would believe it. If you remember the dude that shot up the grocery store and killed the black folks in New York, he cited the great replacement theory and shit and all that. So like people are becoming radicalized to the point where they're actually committing actions. So it's getting kind of scary.
Yeah, what's radicalized? Okay, radicalized by an extreme. Wow. Okay. Yep. Okay. Look, I got the quote. I got the quote right here. Let me see. Oh no, they want me to subscribe. Oh my god.
There's a website you could use to get past those paywalls. I don't know. It's like 12foot.io. I don't know if it still works. So.
Yeah, I just went to a different one. The teenager who opened fire on his classmates before shooting himself was radicalized online, according to authorities. Dang, he killed himself too. That's normally how it goes. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Calls about an active shooter inside the halls of Evergreen High School at noon Wednesday, lunchtime for many of the students. In the minutes that follow, Holly had written. So this happened at the same time that Charlie Kirk was shot. Like literally.
Yeah, they were overlapping.
Because I got both notifications, but I didn't have a video. There's a shooting taking place, but I didn't know what had happened to any of the kids. And then when I got the Charlie Kirk notification, it unfortunately came with a video. And so like that obviously drew in more people. And I want to tell to the people that were like, oh, y'all care about Charlie Kirk, but y'all don't care about the kids. The thing is, like, nobody knew what was going on because we didn't have enough information. Nobody had enough information. And then when we finally got enough information, you've seen the video of this, and the other one is resolved because he's killed himself. So it's like, what are we going to talk about here? You know? But at the same time, who had ridden the school bus, wow, that morning fired multiple rounds in multiple places, both inside and behind the school, shooting two students before turning the gun on himself. He later died at the hospital Wednesday night. Authorities identified the teen shooter as 16-year-old Desmond Holly. He had to keep reloading. He would fire and reload, fire and reload, fire and reload. This went on and on as he did that. He tried to find new What
kind of gun did he have?
I think he had a pistol. He tried to find new targets. He came up against a roadblock on many of those doors. He couldn't get to those kids. So there's not enough to be said for the work that the teachers, coaches, and staff the students did. That they did. Jefferson County, that's just from the sheriff's office. Lots of kids ran, but the ones who didn't were locked down and they were being cared for. I'm so really proud of those people. I believe when you bring a gun to school and you continue to fire and reload and fire and reload, that you are on a mission. We are grateful that he was less successful, but we are devastated that he was successful at all. The two victims were sent to St. Anthony Hospital. One is in critical condition, and neither have been released from the hospital. Oh, so neither of them died. Didn't they say somebody died?
No, the only person that died was the shooter. Okay. But the reason I asked what kind of gun he has, because they say he kept firing and reloading, and not saying that it's not a miracle, but he only shot like 2 students. So like, I don't know, bro. He was like shooting a whole bunch and like not hitting shit, and then hit 2 people and then killed himself.
Yeah. I don't think he got to the people that he wanted to get to.
So was he like, did he start shooting at them when they were far away or something?
I I have no clue. Like again, this is one of those things. Like we still don't have enough information.
So that's the boy right there. Or is that?
Yeah, that's the 18-year-old that was shot.
Oh no! So he was shot, but he survived.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he survived.
What does
He's
the
in the hospital.
suspect look like?
That's a great question. Hold on, let me go back.
Because if they say the suspect was radicalized online, I really wonder what their identity is. You know what I mean?
Radicalized Evergreen shooter appears to. Yeah, well, here we go. No, I don't Google.
Wait, is that him? Wait, I think you just saw it.
Hold on. Officials say he fatally shot. Was Desmond Holly. The other two remain in critical condition.
That him?
TikTok. Yeah, this is Desmond Holly.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm wondering what he was radicalized with, man. Was he radicalized?
Let's
was
see.
He like right wing?
It looks like
white supremacist views.
Yeah, white supremacist views online and showed an interest in mass shooters day before. How do people get there? Like what? How?
So it's the same way. Remember, I think we had a conversation with this a long time ago. Yeah, and I think it was about like Andrew Tate. Remember how all the dudes got on board with Andrew Tate and they're like top G, but it was like he's really telling you regular shit that your dad or your uncles or grandpa should have told you. You know what I mean? But these people hear that message and they just go and follow these people. Like when people go down these rabbit holes in YouTube, like the red pill spear, they'll watch Andrew Tate, then they'll watch like Fresh and Fit, and then they'll watch the whatever podcast. Like people are putting themselves in these echo chambers where the only information and like the only information and conversations they're having is with other people in that same echo chamber. So if he was radicalized online, he was probably talking to other white supremacists that believe the same shit he did, and he was just being constantly fed that same shit. And then he believes it, of course.
Bro, he said this motherfucker had a splint lock.
He had to, bro. He must have had one of them things. He shoot it, pow. You gotta put
that's not funny, but goddamn.
And then you pow.
What I mean by we don't have to say anything is because Charlie was a person who was spreading hate and bigotry and was capitalizing on division in America for his own personal gain. To even go out of our way and condemn vile acts is to suggest we don't know that acts like these are bad, as if we're that lost morally. And because someone identifies as left or right, there is a need to say you condemn is the equivalent of sending up thoughts and prayers when school children are shot up. You know what? I can't disagree with him. If I'm, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here. I think what you're saying is, like in summary, is to go out of your way and say, "Oh my God, this is a bad event." Right, is to basically saying like, and to have to explain yourself for saying it's a bad event is to almost say like it isn't like inherently bad and we don't know it's bad. I think like in short terms, and that we're kind of like validating the other side of an issue when it's not necessary. He just quit when he figured out he was not hidden anything. Yeah, he probably, that's probably what it boiled down to.
I'm be honest, bro. I don't know why he shot himself. I know he just shot two people, but he ain't kill him. I think he should have just ran.
I think he thought he killed him. He was gonna go to jail for a long time.
Oh, he was definitely gonna go to jail, but I ain't gonna lie, he could have gotten out. he would have been released at his age.
Nah, he would have got charged as an adult because that's 2 accounts of attempted murder off rip.
Yeah, but you don't get like, depending on the case and all that shit, man. People don't be going to jail for a super long time for attempted murder like people think. There's a lot of people out here walking around with attempted murder charges that got out.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to let. He might get out like 40.
Maybe they could have gave him that. Shit, I was thinking they could have even gave him 10, bro. Like I've been watching all these body cams and shit. Yeah. Depending on the state and the courts, it's crazy the amount of shit some people can get a smack on the wrist for, bro. No, I saw somebody, they had a manslaughter charge got 4.5 years.
Four
Killed
and a half
somebody.
for
Got
manslaughter?
4.5 years.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So it really
crazy.
depends on the courts, depends on the prosecution, the evidence they have stacked up, the ability of the lawyer to defend the defendant, all that stuff. Who the jury is.
Damn. So they said he had been radicalized through an extremist network, but declined to offer any additional details. Public accounts might offer some insight what the radicalization might have included. Desmond appeared to be wearing a black shirt with the word "Wrath" written in red across the chest, similar to one of the attackers were in the 1999 massacre at Columbine. Oh God.
Yeah, he was
They
definitely
also
radicalized.
image of a 15-year-old who killed 2 people and injured 6 more at Madison, Wisconsin, in school indiscriminate. Okay. A post about an hour before Wednesday's attack shows an image of a hand holding a revolver, the type of weapon that authorities confirmed. He used a fucking revolver. Who the
Yeah.
fuck is this nigga? What year is this?
Bro, he didn't even know what he was doing, bro. This was a kid that got radicalized, bro. And to be honest, with him being that young, he was probably listening to some older adults, like I said, that
Yeah.
was feeding him this shit, bro. And then, like, you look at the fact that he's wearing the same T-shirt, Wrath, that's similar to the Columbine massacre.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell he's lost it. He's crazy. I'm surprised there's not a manifesto.
Yeah,
After
that's true.
this.
That's true. The account also references Holocaust denial, and the name of one of the accounts appears to end with a reference to a prominent white supremacist slogan. That account reposted several videos showing school shootings scenes from movies, as well as another video that appeared to show 2 Columbine shooters taking target shots at bowling pins. Other videos the account reposted were explicitly anti-Semitic or depicted people in Nazi uniforms.
Okay. I don't get this shit. I understand a lot of people have issues with Jews and whatnot or whatever. I still don't get all the Jewish hate. Other people got their reasons. But what the fuck is with Americans? Americans getting into this Nazi shit.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Like, it is bizarre. Because it came out of left field. Like, at first, everybody was chilling, and you just had to deal with maybe a skinhead here or there, or maybe like somebody that was like, "Oh, I'm KKK," or they just randomly throw a white power or something.
Like, we fought the Nazis.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Yeah.
And now, because honestly, I feel like, because here's the thing, some of them got like really good deals, and we brought them over here to like use them, because they were scientists or whatever. But you got to realize those people had those ideologies, and those people had kids. So we gave them high positions of power and money, and then they started having offspring.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that they had influence on a group of people and were able to cultivate a brand new following.
How much of their influence do you think is versus like people trying to be edgy and like counterculturist online and shit, and they see the shit, and then at first it's like all fun and games, it's jokes, a little Jew joke there, a black joke there, but then as it goes on, they actually start believing it and fall into that ideology, and they're like believing conspiracy theories. Like, it goes from jokes to conspiracy theories.
Yeah, I think it's like an 80-20, bro. I think it's like an 80-20 on like, so I would say it's 80% like their influence, and then 20% people just trying to be edgy. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always like a small number of people that's like, oh, I just think this is funny. Ha ha ha. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then you have the other people that are like, yo, this is crazy. I do want to say, though, I'm surprised South Park took down the episode. That was actually interesting.
Which one?
The one where Cartman was acting like Charlie Kirk.
Wow.
Because but the thing is, Charlie Kirk even liked the episode. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for all he was, you know what I'm saying? Like, he had a decent sense of humor.
I need to find the fucking episode now.
Yeah, they took it off, so it's not publicly facing available, but
I know. I can find it.
It's still on X though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, that just happened like a bit earlier today. I was saying around like one or two my time Pacific. Kai Taylor, a 15-year-old sophomore, was eating lunch with her friends outside the school in Jefferson County at the school, and when he got a frantic call from his twin sister asking if he was okay, he said he laughed and told her he was fine, but she grew more serious, saying there was an active shooter at the school and she needed to know if he was hurt. Kai's heart dropped, and then he saw his peers running. Armed with a revolver, Desmond systematically reloaded and fired as he wandered the three-level school trying to find new targets, Kelly said. His exact path was not known. Oh, I thought he shot Kai Tyler. That's crazy.
No, it looks like that's just a random student they took a statement from.
Oh. Yeah. The family appreciates the community concern. Okay. Yeah, so this is pretty much everything. Dang.
So this really makes me wonder, bro, because I don't know how your school was, but when I went to high school, bro, we had police officers that worked at the school resource officers.
Yeah, same.
Where were the school resource officers? You're talking about this kid is walking through a 3-story high school
with a magnum
shooting and reloading. That's some downtime in between them reloads.
Yeah.
Where are the officers at?
To reload a magnum, because you have to clock it to the side.
You got to drop the cartridges.
Yeah.
Independently.
Yeah, and that's if you have it that way. Sometimes you just got to manually one by one, you know what I'm saying, load that mug. Like, so that's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, man. I mean, that kid didn't know what he's doing. It was clear, bro. A lot of times when these people get radicalized, it'd be like just people who lose their fucking mind. A lot of times they don't have any training or experience. They're not like a trained killer or anything. They're just some person who went crazy and they went and go get a gun, and the first thing they think about is shooting somebody.
I want to know where that 16-year-old got that revolver from.
Bro, I'm going to be honest. We live in America. I feel like it's very easy for kids to get access to guns because, like, even if you have guns in your house, and let's say you always keep your guns locked up and protected, when your high schooler goes out there in the streets, when they go to school, maybe they go over to a friend's house or they do anything, go to a park, there's so much opportunity for them to get a gun. They could get a gun from another kid. They can get a gun from an adult. They could anything, bro.
Yeah. Again, I'll post this link one more time. You know what I'm saying? If anybody else wants to join the conversation, you can. You know what I'm saying? I do want to open the floor up to people. But at the same time, bro, like I agree, man. I think we have to do a better job of, because I know they keep some of these groups open because they want to like figure out what they have going on and what they're trying to do. No, we got to start just shutting them down. Like you can't allow it to just exist on the internet in any capacity whatsoever. Now, you can't stop people from meeting in person. Like, so if there's people meeting in person, cool. But it being on the internet and them being able to proliferate without actually having to be there is bad.
Yeah. I don't know how we could fight against it because, like, at some point, people's First Amendment is going to come into the picture. Like, can you not have a white supremacist group? You know what I mean? Like, the last time I checked, it's illegal to commit a hate crime, but it's not illegal to be in a hate group. It seems like being in a hate group and saying, I hate black people, or I hate Jews, or I hate white people, seems like that's still protected by the First Amendment. Right. You can't say no shit like, I'm going to go kill black people. Can't say that shit. So, like, how do you even manage that online?
I would say, to be honest, once you have a group of people together and they levy any type of threat, you just shut them down.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, any threat of violence, you just shut it. You just shut the whole group down. Like, you don't even give them a chance. Like, you can't joke like, ha ha, he, no, get them up out of here.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I ain't gonna lie, and people may not like this, but I feel like if you're a part of any supremacist hate group, you should automatically be on a fucking FBI watch list. Like, automatically.
I agree. I agree with you. like they should be what is that called? Honestly, designated terrorist groups.
Like, yeah, monitored. Like the moment you say anything about committing an act of violence,
Yeah.
like you said, shut them down.
Yep, shut them down. Raid them.
Lock them up for terroristic threatening if you have to, because they ain't did nothing yet. But let them know we on your ass.
For real, yeah, because this can't be allowed to go on. They can't be allowed to just like continue to organize it, because we know what the outcomes are of all of those groups. Yeah. There are no good outcomes. Mm-hmm. It always ends up, oh, I'm shooting this person. Oh, I'm killing this person in some like hateful way. Like it's never nothing like remotely good.
Yeah. Where do you think we're going after this? Like when Trump gets out of office, who the hell do we have? I don't think we have anybody on the Republican side or the Democrat side.
Okay, so I would say the next president, the contenders are J.D. Vance and Gavin Newsom.
I don't want Gavin Newsom. I don't want Gavin Newsom or J.D. Vance.
Why don't you want Gavin Newsom?
I heard Gavin Newsom fucked California up. That's what I heard.
No, not really. Not really. Here's the thing, though. Most of the things that are bad in California, Californians voted on them themselves.
Right.
Been here for years. There'd be the state legislature would, after being petitioned, they go, okay, fine, we'll put it up on the ballot for people to vote. All you have to do is just vote no or vote yes to end whatever it is, right? And that requires you to be a bit educated, but people are not educated. So that they vote yes on things like, for instance, how we got to paying for bags. Like we have to pay cent a bag at the grocery store. Why? Because these people wanted to save the world. Why don't we have plastic straws? We have paper straws. Why? Because people voted to save the world.
Yeah. Like
people keep voting for that stuff. Like all the different little intricacies, they keep voting for it. So that's why like also like for state gas taxes, right? State gas taxes. They literally had what is it called? The excerpt, okay, like the summary of the bill sitting next to it on the voting machine. And when you read it, it literally says, if you vote yes, the state legislature can up the price of gas, the gas tax, as much as they want, whenever they want. They can up it and lower it as much as they want, whenever they want. The state gas tax. So if they need to raise some money, they can up it real quick so they can get money, cash flow in. It was a ballot measure, and then it said if no, they would have to follow the rules that they have to follow, which they can only go up by so much, and it's kind of capped at whatever rate it was at. Like I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. No. People voted yes. I believe they voted yes. Like it was like 64% yes. I was like, we have 2/3 idiots. 2/3.
Well, you know, our reading level isn't up there. People don't really read, bro.
No,
I mean, but then again, it's kind of set up in a way that they don't want to read. Like, have you ever read any document you have to sign, and it's just a big ass white piece of paper with just black lines everywhere, and it's like, oh my god, this is like a Harry Potter book. If I have to read through this, they know people aren't reading that shit.
Oh no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah. That's facts. That's facts. That's facts, bro. Shoot, man. Honestly, the next thing I'm finna do, man. I think I'm finna go on ahead and download Hell Is Us.
Yes, sir.
So that I can play that tomorrow. Like that's
what I'm gonna do that too, man.
Yeah,
bro. So many good games this year. It was crazy. And there's some still coming,
bro. And I haven't been able to finish the number of games that I want to because there's so many. I'm having a good time. Like I still haven't finished Octopath Traveler 2.
See, I still got to get on there. I got Octopath Traveler and Octopath Traveler 2 off of Xbox Game Pass.
I like Octopath Traveler 1. Like people are like, oh, I didn't like it. I liked the classes better in one. Like the classes were better. Like as far as like what each character had, the classes were better. But I will say the story is way better in 2.
I heard that, and you got to play with like 8 different characters, don't you?
Yeah, you got to play with 8 different characters. I'll tell you this much: if you want to have a good time, pick Hikari as the start. That's the warrior. Okay. If you want to have a good time. Okay. If you want to struggle, pick somebody else. I'll say the only other person that's like a good start is the hunter girl. That's it. That's it. It's just her and them. Oh, the mage is fine, I guess. The mage guy, like if you started with him, because at the end of the day, the mage dude, the hunter girl, Hikari, the warrior, and the priest dude, Timonos, they are broken. Broken. You can go crazy with them.
Have you played the Silent Hills yet? I played the Shell Silent, bro.
I don't play scary games like that.
What? Oh,
I don't play scary games.
What about Resident Evil?
I play Resident Evil because most Resident Evils are not scary to me.
Yeah.
Like it's just not scary. It's a bit like it's a bit eerie, and I'm like, but I have fun with the action piece of it.
I will say Silent Hill 2 is about as scary as Resident Evil 7. The one where they first did the first person stuff. It's about as scary as that. But I mean, it's still a game. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think you would really enjoy that Silent Hill, bro. But then they got this other one, Silent Hill F, coming out. Because you know they had the Silent Hill 2 remake. But Silent Hill F looks like they mixed Dark Souls with Silent Hill. So it's kind of like a horror scary game, but the combat looks kind of Dark Soulsy. You know what I mean?
That's
Elden Ring, like. Yeah, I think that'd be an interesting take on a horror game. Because like, I don't know, it's kind of hard. Unless it's like Silent Hill, Resident Evil, it's kind of hard to make a horror game where you can kill the fucking enemies. I guess. Yeah. Like look at Outlast and Amnesia.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It is a bit rough because it gives you an out, but that's why I like that, because I need an out. Like Dead Space, like I love Dead Space.
Yeah.
Because I have an out. Like I can do something when I can't. Like I was playing Outlast, I immediately just quit. I was like, bro, I can't do this.
Yeah, because the only thing you can do in Outlast is run. But yeah, there's a good point. Dead Space was actually still scary, even though you could kill the zombies. But I think it's because they had a different mechanic. It wasn't just shoot, kill. It was more like you got to chop off the limbs. You got to do this extra stuff. And I think maybe that's how they make the game scarier. If you can kill the zombies, they always have to be some kind of caveat. Maybe you're scarce on ammo, or maybe it takes a lot of ammo, or maybe you got to like do some kind of mechanic that's not so easy. Yeah.
You can tell a lot about a person when someone dies. Hashtag Charlie Kirk. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because that's the thing, bro. He died, and everybody's like, yo, he's this horrible person. But you see that everybody that knew him is nothing but love. Nope. Everybody has nothing but good things to say about him. And I just wish some people took that in consideration. Even if you don't like somebody's politics or the way that they're conducting themselves, like they're still a human being. They got people that love them. They got good qualities. You're just focusing only on their negatives.
Facts. My main thing was like that dude's a father of 2 with a wife. Like that buddy got a whole family. Yeah. Like I can't just sit here and go, oh yeah, rag on this guy, and I'm like, bro, he's gone. Like if you were gonna come at him, time to do it was while he was alive.
While he's alive. But now people want to come out and say it, and it's really fucking disgusting, to be honest. Because like, one, like I believe in God, but like you don't have to believe in God. You could be an atheist and still have morals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw something on X where somebody posted a GIF. And it was just some people, it looked like they were watching a sports game on the TV, and they were jumping up and down, cheering and acting all crazy, hooligan shit. And then the caption said, me when I hear Charlie Kirk's heartbeat monitor flatline or some shit. And it's like, wow. You think that's like funny or a joke? Like
Yeah.
I don't like the dude. I thought dude was kind of a douchebag, and I didn't like his politics. He did say some racist, homophobic shit and all that anti-Semitic, but it was like, bro, I could tell the dude was really trying to be. It seemed like he was trying to be a devil's advocate to everybody. He was trying to be that. I don't know, man. You remember when Steven Crowder kept going those college campuses with the Change My Mind, and they were just trying to dunk on the college kids.
Yeah.
Like they want to rile them up so more of them come debate. And I think that might have been what Charlie was doing, because he did create a whole political like conference centered around debate. People on the left were invited, people on the right were invited to debate and shit. I think he was just being a provocateur, and that shit ended up getting to somebody and got him shot.
Yeah, because even old boy that Dean Withers, right? Like I seen people, they were getting mad at him because he cried over dude dying. But I was like, this is like your biggest op, or this is like your biggest rival, not op, but your rival dying, right? Like I'm pretty sure if Goku died in Vegeta's arm, Vegeta would cry. He'd be like,
yeah,
you know, I didn't want him to die. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to push me, Kakarot. You know, like
who are you going to test yourself against?
Right. Like you have no competitor now. Like, you know.
Yep. Oh man, it's just fucked up. I don't like how depraved and degenerate people are getting. And to be honest, I really believe it's all because of the internet, bro. Like the way it is on the internet, bro. Things that start off as a joke become infectious, but then they start to turn into something else, bro. So literally, like you could trace this back on the internet. Like when I was talking about the Jewish thing, at first it started with a bunch of Jew jokes, then came to conspiracies, and then came to hatred. The hatred was already there, but the hatred added fuel to the fire with the jokes and the conspiracies. Same thing with women, bro. Remember when men were making like women jokes, like go in the kitchen, make me a sandwich, blah blah blah. But then you get Fresh and Fit and Andrew Tate, and now you have incels who actually hate women. Yeah. So everything starts as jokes and shit, bro. So like, I don't like how they're joking about Charlie Kirk's death and shit, because other people are gonna see that, and somebody else is gonna go out and shoot a Democrat, probably somebody on the left.
Yeah, and I'm like, nobody wants that, like, because it just all it does is create more. I'm like, did anybody watch Naruto? Okay, watch just the pain arc, cycles of hatred. It don't work. It don't work. Watch some cartoons. Y'all like, please.
Yeah, bro. Watch some anime. Anime has a lot of good lessons in it, believe it or not.
For real, like Pain had some of the best quotables ever. Like just himself, like as a character. Best quotables. For life.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Anyway, man, I think I'm gonna get up off of here because it's like 9:18. I'm finna go on. You know what I'm saying? Get ready to get in that bed, man.
I feel you, bro. I'm about to go hit my little, hit the thonky. You know what I mean? Go in the clouds.
Yeah, I feel you.
You be easy, bro.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later.